Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey, and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be going over three separate things. The first one being where you guys can go ahead and find Madame Nazar for today, or Madame Nazar's location. The second thing that we're actually going to go over is all of the different collection sets and their current cycles. And then last but not least, we're going to go over all of the daily challenges in extensive detail so that you guys can earn as much gold as possible here in Red Dead Online. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started by showing you guys where you guys can go ahead and find Madame Nazar for today. So let's go ahead and pull up our map and give you guys a look. And she's actually going to be located technically in the Tall Trees area. So your fast travel destination of choice will actually be at Manzanita Post for today. So just make your way a little bit northeast, and you should be able to find her really easy. Otherwise, you guys can always go through Blackwater. But if this is the only thing that you guys came here for today, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. And also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video, as it does really show your support to these types of videos. It tells me that you want me to continue making these types of videos. And honestly, it just shows your support of the channel in general. But a like, if that did help you guys out, leaving a like will help other people find this channel, just because YouTube definitely supports channels that get a lot more likes and whatnot. So please leave a thumbs up before you leave. Definitely would appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, and that's going to be talking about the different collection sets and their current cycles. Now, personally, I like to go after the coins or the lost jewelry, just because you do make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time as possible. However, going after the coins or the lost jewelry do require you guys to have the field shovel and the metal detector in order to collect those. So you'll need to have both of those. So just bear that in mind. But coins are going to be a part of cycle number 2, and then lost jewelry will be a part of cycle number 4. Now, doing these technically 5 different sets will take you about 3 to 3.5 hours, but you'll make $540 per hour, which is a pretty good haul if you ask me. But this should also keep in mind that they do change every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are watching this video after the fact, then the cycles probably have changed for the day. So you'll just have to wait until you get informed for this video at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you have to wait a few hours. But anyway, let's go ahead and kind of carry on with the rest of the collection sets. We've got arrowheads and family heirlooms. Family heirlooms will be at cycle number 1, and then the arrowheads will be at a cycle number 3 for today. Both of those require the field shovel or the metal detector in order to collect those. And then the next 4 sets I'm about to go over don't even require you to be a collector at all. You're just not going to be able to sell them to anywhere. But Madame Nazar should show up on your map as a gold icon if you guys want to grab that collector bag. We have American Wildflowers at cycle number 3, the tarot cards at cycle number 5, the bird eggs at cycle number 4, and the antique alcohol bottles also at cycle number 4 for today. Alright, so the next thing that we're actually going to go over is all of the daily challenges. So let's go ahead and take a look at our list. But before we actually look at the list, I just want to go over a couple different things. I do live stream typically every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. For those times and dates, make sure that you guys are checking out my website, which is gamercorey.com. Would definitely appreciate that. And I also do have memberships on the channel if you guys would like to further support me as a content creator. But anyway, we're going to first go over the list, and then we're going to break these down into more detail. So we got 5 canned foods eaten, 1 egret skinned, 2 free roam events played, 3 player kills with a revolver in free roam events, 1 used an emote on a local, 1 visited a shop in Valentine, and then 5 wild fever few picked. We have 4827 distant moonshine wagon traveled on a mission, 1 drink owned strong moonshine, $200 money made from moonshine sold, 3 donated deadly predator carcasses or skins, 20 donations to crypts, 1 resupply completed with 5 minutes left, 5 bird eggs found, 2 collectibles found with a metal detector, 3 lost jewelry found, 2 bounties brought in from New Austin posters, 3 bounty targets lassoed from horseback, and then last but not least, we have 2 bounty targets tagged with tracking arrows. Alright, so let's go ahead and break these down. But before we actually get into that portion of it, you guys can earn 11 gold bars from completing just the daily challenges every single day. So anything additionally, like the free roam events or like we have to do today, or even like doing some of the bounty hunting stuff, will be additional gold that you guys can actually earn every single day, which is pretty amazing. So if you did all the daily challenges that are available, you could probably make anywhere between 12 and 13 gold bars fairly easy per day if you did a few extra things. But any PvP match, any horse race, the other things that I previously mentioned, all will give you guys additional gold for the day. The other requirement is to make sure that you guys have 21-day streak going on. So 21-day streak with completing at least one daily challenge. That will give you the opportunity of getting up to 11 gold bars. And then the last requirement is that you guys need to have all the current roles and be at least at rank 10 in each of those roles as well. So that's how you get access to all 19 of the daily challenges. So 5 canned foods eaten, that should be relatively easy if you guys, as long as you guys have purchased or found canned foods. If you guys use your wheel here, you guys can go over here and you got like canned peaches, pineapples, baked beans. What else will we have? That's pretty much all that I have on me. But if we just go ahead and use one of these, you're going to see that we're going to get the canned food eaten. Now, you guys can either purchase these from the general store, loot them, or go to a few other places around the world and actually just basically salvage what you can. And a lot of places do have canned food around the world. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next daily challenge. And that's the egrets skinned. All right, so egrets for the most part can be found in the bayou or blue water marsh area. So basically all around in this general area. So that's where you're going to want to go and take care of this one at. I would recommend doing this one during the day just because the chance of finding an egret is a lot higher during the day. You can find them at night, but they just might not be as common. So just bear that in mind. I usually go right towards this intersection, and there's a lot of like herons, egrets, spoonbills, even like cranes in this area. Right here is where I typically go, specifically right at that intersection in Blue Water Marsh. We have 2 free roam events played, and then we have 3 player kills with a revolver in free roam events. Now, these definitely go together. However, you're going to have to wait a little bit of time between each of the free roam events. And as long as you actually have all of the roles available, or currently available, then you should get access to a lot of them. Like, just to give you an example, I think the next one that's coming up is Manhunt, and then the next one after that would be Dispatch Rider. So they're kind of variation. Otherwise, the main just general daily or free roam events happen every 45 minutes. So you might have to wait a little bit of time between the 2 events played, but just play whatever 2. And the nice thing about participating in any of them, you guys will earn additional gold. Sometimes, depending on how fast the match actually is, sometimes you might not earn any, but if you win, you might get up to like 0.32 gold. So a lot of variety, but typically you should walk away with almost always making 0.08 gold from any of the free roam events. At least you should. And then while you're in one of those free roam events, except for like Manhunt, that's not going to work. But you guys can use player kills with a revolver, so Navy revolver, Lamats, whatever. Use an emote on a local. You guys can go to anywhere you want. Now, specifically, I'm going to do this one in Valentine, just because we have to go there anyway and visit a shop. I like to go to the butcher just because you never have to get off the horse. But typically on the way into town, or even if you fast travel there and then ride to the butcher, you're going to pass the local. So just use an emote on the local. You can flip them off. You can do whatever you really want to. But these 2 can definitely go together for today. And then last but not least, we have 5 Wild Feverfew pick. Now, I'm going to show you guys a spot that I always go to. And this is going to be down in Armadillo. You can only find Wild Feverfew in the New Austin area, but if we specifically come right to Armadillo, the fast travel location will be right about here, and you're gonna go right here at the R is gonna be one location. Right below the M is another one. Right above the M is another location. A little bit north of that one is another one, and then also one right about here. You can also find one right about here at the A, and also right here at this intersection. If you come a little bit further this way, if you guys don't want to go all that far outside of Armadillo, you guys can find one here. You can find another one here. You can actually find another one, another set there, and then right about here, and another one right about there. So lots of different locations for Wild Feverfew. There's a ton around New Austin. See, like I said, it's the only place that you can actually find them, so they should be everywhere. Specifically between Tumbleweed and Armadillo. There's a little bit towards McFarland's Ranch, but not as many as there is between Armadillo and Tumbleweed. Plus, I just gave you guys like 10 different locations, so just go there. We have daily challenges. We have the rolls, so we have to travel a distance of 48.27 by Mine Wagon. So this one and The $200 money made definitely will go together for today. If you guys have strong moonshine anyway, then technically all 3 of them could. However, typically with the 4827 distance moonshine wagon travel and mission, it will take you 2 deliveries. So it's going to take you a little bit of time in between each of those deliveries. But if you're going to spend the time and do that, and even spend the time in between doing the free roam events, then I would definitely recommend doing multiple moonshine anyway, because that way hopefully it guarantees that you're going to get over $200 money made. Then you can get your own you can get the distance done, and then hopefully drink strong moonshine if you don't have that currently brewing at your moonshine shack as of right now. We have 3 deadly predator carcasses or skins donated. Now, typically what I like to do is set my camp up, and I think it's still there. It's in Blue Water Marsh area. So I actually just go after the alligators and skin them and then bring them back. Now, the only bad thing about that, unless you have the hunting wagon, which I do, but I just never really use it, is you can only bring back 1 at a time, especially if you don't have the hunting wagon. So it will take a little bit of time, but not a ton. Now, 3 of those will count towards donations to crypts, but otherwise the easiest way to get the donations is like feathers of any kind. You're going after an egret today anyway. And if you set your camp up in Blue Water Marsh, you have your deadly predator carcasses skins and then your egrets kind of all together. And then just shoot whatever other birds you can find to get a whole bunch of flight feathers and whatever types of feathers you guys can actually get your hands on down there. And then we have 1 resupply mission completed with 5 minutes remaining. So basically just do a resupply mission as fast as you possibly can. Hopefully you need to do one. If you don't, then you probably need to sell. Like I do. I have to sell my trader rule. We have 5 bird eggs found. Now typically what I would recommend is going after the duck or the goose. Just because you can get 4 of those at a time. And then bird eggs are going to be a part of cycle number 4 for today. We have 2 collectibles found with a metal detector, so this could be coins, but lost jewelry will actually count, as long as they're the right ones anyway. Not all of the lost jewelry require the metal detector, so just bear that in mind. So if you can't find 2 of them, then just keep going, but these 2 will definitely go together for today. So, and the lost jewelry will be a part of cycle number 4 as well. So that's all you gotta remember, cycle 4 for both bird eggs and lost jewelry. And then last but not least, we have the bounty hunter role. So we have 2 bounties running from New Austin posters. So once you're down in the Armadillo area and you're looking for wild feverfew, I would go to Armadillo, the sheriff's station, and do one of the bounties because that will complete one of those tasks. The next one is to just basically get 3 bounty targets lassoed from horseback. So you're going to do that when they're starting to run away from you. But before they start running away from you, or as they are running away from you, tag them with a bounty tracking arrow. And then that way you can lasso them afterwards. So these 3 could actually all be done together, which is really nice. I love when they kind of all correspond together, or you can find ways to make them relatable. It makes it a lot easier to do all the daily challenges. Now, if you guys don't have the pamphlet for the tracking arrows and you don't have a lot of money, I would skip over this because the only time that you're ever really going to use tracking arrows is specifically for this daily challenge. Now, it does happen quite often, but it's expensive. It's like $600 for that pamphlet alone. You can spend your money in a lot of other places on a lot better things than just trying to get gold later. So spending $600 to get, up to 0.5 gold per time that this comes up, you have to decide if it's worth it. If you got plenty of money and have purchased everything that you currently want to, especially if you're ready for the next update, then by all means go ahead and buy it if you don't already have it. I would still focus on other things. I'd make sure that all your ability cards are maxed out and things like that, paid for before buying the tracking arrows, and same thing with the toxic moonshine and a few other things here in Red Dead Online. But that is all the daily challenges done, gone over, and covered. If you guys do have any questions regarding any of the daily challenges, by all means leave a comment down below because I'd love to be able to help you guys out if you guys are having any issues with any of them. And if they are a little bit different than mine, by all means leave a comment down below so I can help you out as well. But if you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful in any way, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys stay gaming.